All right, guys. This is everybody that we have to begin today. Andrew might be joining us a little bit later, and Donovan had to take another week off. So we're going with three to start out. I would like to start with a recap, if we could, before we do our intro. I'm not going to do a prologue again because it's half of you. So we're going to wait on that for another week.
Does the sponsor come
yeah.
before or after recap? I can't remember.
The sponsor is only for the prologues. We've been without a sponsor for 2 weeks now.
How the fuck are we gonna fund this?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They stopped reaching out. I stopped doing the prologues,
Listen,
and they
I
were like, "Well,
haven't-
if you're not doing them, then we're not going to send any money your way."
Barlos, I haven't received any checks either.
Any of your royalty checks? So sorry,
for the
Brad.
TikTok.
Yeah.
68 cent royalty checks.
Yeah. I'm sure that's how much I would get paid total for that for that TikTok.
Dude,
That
like
TikTok
10 cents.
though, it is. Let's see. Oh, I have 15 new notifications as of right now. That TikTok is at 19,500 views at this point.
But the
Nice.
the insight check.
The clip from the
yeah.
That's so good. It has. I know I'd asked for a recap, but just quick aside, it has sparked some controversy. Actually, it is a bit divisive whether or not an insight check should have been called at all. If it's bad decorum after a monologue of that nature to even make any type of mechanical check. And people were like getting heated, and I was like, "Listen, we're very comfortable at our table. We don't.
Yeah.
We're not trying to
They're probably
do anything
defending you.
to-
Like, what a beautiful monologue, and he just came in and made a mockery of it.
Shit all over your monologue.
Yeah. Let me read this. To be honest, I have a rule that any call out of an insight check is followed with an automatic fail. I prefer the player to ask if he is lying. And then somebody else said, is he lying is way too binary. I usually am more interested in motivation. And then the original poster, they're having a conversation on my post. I have not interjected yet. This is just one way of going about it. I just want to get around the term insight check because it's always dependent on the situation. And I was like, guys, this first of all, just a game. This is just a game. And also, like, how else are you supposed to... Like, I know that I don't like when you ask to make checks for things, but insight I feel like is a little bit different because that has to come from you. So like I can't be like, I think that you're skeptical of this person.
Yeah,
you should make an insight check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start going, all right, Vern looks at him and goes, that's your cue that I want an insight check.
Oh, that's the cue.
And then I sent this one to the group. Somebody said that they should just ask for vibe checks instead of insight checks. If you're
Yeah, soul reads, vibe checks.
Yeah.
How's the old sus?
check?
The old
vibe
sus
police.
meter
Sus meter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sus meter,
That being said, which obviously you guys all know, but that was probably one of the funniest things I had fucking encountered in like months.
I couldn't even be mad. Like, and like, I felt really good about that monologue. I did not write that out. That just like, because that's the first character I've ever made. So it was like, that backstory is in my body. And so I was like, yeah, we're rolling with this. This is a great monologue. This feels so good. And then I was so hyped up when he said that. I was like, it could not have ended better. Like this is the perfect way to cap off this monologue.
And it's funny too because outside of the game, nobody has any insight onto Urzok, and it's like, yeah, I can 100% see Urzok just being like, "What's the vibe?" Like,
yeah,
I believe
yeah. Well, and like I guess maybe an insight check is the one check that I would be okay with somebody just jumping on that, because it's totally metagaming. It's like it's not your character saying, I would like to use my insight to check on this person. it's not you impeding on the monologue.
Yeah, I feel like Urzok could, give himself a pause and analyze, because he's kind of like indifferent to maybe emotions. He's a great moral compass, but I do kind of see him kind of being indifferent in the moment and then just acting justly. So he would want to be sure
Very
to
in
go the
character.
right direction by doing it.
Very in character. All right, actual recap. Who would like to recap from last week?
I can give it a shot.
All right, go right ahead.
So I'm pretty sure we left.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
That was great.
That was great timing. Go right ahead. Just, I'm out of here.
Totally
Tell me
my
when you're
fault,
done.
too.
Text me.
I was clicking out of other tabs that I didn't need, and then I clicked out of Discord on accident. Right as I was doing it. Let's recap. Shut down. Down.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, go ahead, Brad.
So I'm sure gonna forget something, but so we're leaving the cerebral realm, that afterlife cemetery.
I will say something metagaming. It is not the cerebral realm.
Okay.
I don't know if you found that out last week, but it is not.
Okay.
Just in case people were wondering.
So Silgath takes us back out. I want to say that God, I don't know, I'm blanking. I'm bad at recap. But we get
not bad.
We get a godly message to Vern, individually to Vern. So Vern tells us that I forget which god.
Coraline
is east of here. I think. So we start heading that way. When we do, though, we encounter some fog. We encounter a little bit weird weather in the forest. We start getting these shambling zombie plant whatever mucks creatures. They enter combat. You start buffing the hell out of the party. Some of us are
lots of buffs. Yeah.
There's some blessing, some energy bonding with the wisp. I think I saw at the end that I'm no longer flying.
Oh, dude,
because I took a lot of damage, and which also means no bless for the party.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. That drops.
Yeah, because it was like a DC 30 check or something.
Yeah. No way you ever would have been able to do it.
And you rolled a 3 too.
Oops. Sorry.
There's still a little bardic inspiration. But we are missing that player tonight, so I don't know who's going to fill in. And then, everyone's kind of just still. I think there's a couple of them left at this point. I'm sure I missed stuff. So.
That's the main gist that I remember.
Yeah.
Vern had a beautiful chain lightning spell.
He did.
I did. It was pretty nice.
It was very, very proud, and it was lightning. Teth approved.
Teth approved. Yeah, I forgot about the chain lightning. That was a good one.
Vern tested, Teth approved.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to see the episode or watch Brad after you left?
Yeah, I watched the last.
Yeah, the slimes blow up. It's just bad.
Yeah.
And there's the green dragon too, or whatever. There's like a thing soaring above us with a long green tail.
I was gonna just not bring that up and hope Barlos forgot about it.
I mean, it was all a fever dream. It didn't actually exist.
Yeah. Totally not at least an adult green dragon, if not bigger.
It is not. Maybe not the direction from adult that you want to go.
Yep.
Right, and it's like, but it's just kind of like raining down slime creatures, right? Because it says that we hear more squelching and feet moving.
Well, I
Or
interpreted
not
it
that.
as they were getting closer, so we were hearing more of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not dripping off this thing that's flying by.
Not that you
That
can
would
see,
suck.
no.
Okay.
Not that you can see.
Because that's gross.
Yeah, it's bile is just, or it's like
Yeah,
saliva
just
is just
leaking out of it. Oh.
Gross. Gross. Also, before we switch back to the map, I made a few changes to the roster page. I made another column down here for lesser deities.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Now in your journal, it's listed under the Pantheon and not the Presidium. So if you're looking for the Presidium or information on the orbs, that is under the Pantheon. It should be up at the top.
Do we
If you need those.
we know any lesser deities yet, or no? Is that why they're all
Not
blank?
yet.
But it's like, get ready for them.
I would
Hey,
guess-
get ready.
I would guess, and I don't know the exact nature of it, but I would assume just like a lesser deity as God, what is Urzok's
Bingo.
buddy? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would consider like lesser deity.
In this world, a lesser deity is considered any deity that was not a world forming deity, like of note. So prime deities are the 6, and then anything else that has any power, or enough power to be considered a god or goddess, would be a lesser deity. Because there are not that many of them.
And then, like, depending on how you interpret where a deity gets its power, right? Like, if it's the whole,
Mhm.
however many people believe in it, make it a thing, right? So that would make sense. Like, if there are these smaller clusters.
Right. 'Cause the way that I view it is the prime deities that created the world were still working on power from all of their support and their followers from their past world that they came from. And they made this world and made new creatures, and then from those creatures, lesser deities were created or ascended. So
Yeah.
on.
That makes sense.
So yeah, one of them was you were going to meet one of them tonight, but you will not now. Well, maybe you guys wouldn't.
That's because we're gonna get murdered, everybody. That's why.
Because you just won't make it that far. That's
Oh, your party is too small now, and so
all right. We are heading back to battle map.
Fuck that big slime.
Yeah. All right. Anything else that anybody would like to add from last week before we continue?
Can you guys help me adjust my hit points? So
You after your form dropped, like the temp
Yeah,
or the I guess
vulture.
the temp, it was 44
so
after
minus
that.
44. Okay.
I believe you are currently in a tree.
Yes, you are on the top of the tree, Eric.
I think the only thing that I have is whenever it was kind of near the end there, Teth was basically just like, "Hey, keep your distance." If it wasn't obvious, obviously Eric's very apparent, very apparent to
Right.
the two of
First
us.
hand. Mhm.
Yeah, it was like, "Keep your distance." Basically, just try and take him down with range because they suck up close. Something to that extent.
Okay, yeah, up close anyway. Yeah. All right. So we are on the Wisp's turn. Because Teth was the last one to go, right? Or no,
I think
the ooze. The ooze exploded and hit Eric, right? That was the last thing
Yeah,
that happened.
I did my whole turn, at the very least.
Oh no, you killed it.
Yeah, I killed it, and then I
You
ran
killed
up and
it.
I killed the little guy, and then I ran back, and then it was kind of the end.
Gotcha. So it is the Wisp's turn. Okay. Okay. Wisp is going to the Wisp is going to cast Aid. Brackle, Teth, and Eric. So your hit points, your total hit points, increase. We're going to cast Aid at 5th level.
Nice.
So she is not healing you, but she is increasing your total hit points and giving you an additional 20 hit points.
Ooh.
And that stays with you for 8 hours.
Very nice.
That's on who? Teth?
Teth, Brackle, and Eric.
Okay. Okay.
And then she is going to summon a totem. To drop a spirit totem for you guys. We'll just use another one of her. Just going to drop it right here. And that is going to have a radius of 30 feet. Well, that's not the color to choose. On this map, anyway. Radius of 30 feet. She's going to go with Spirit of the Bear. Each creature of your choice, so she's going to choose all 4 of you. In the aura, when the spirit appears, you all gain temporary hit points equal to 5 plus her druid level, which is 5. So you each gain 10 temp hit points, all 4 of you. In addition, you and your allies all gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while you are in the aura.
Okay.
And she's going to stay right where she is. That will be her turn.
Is there 2 wisp, or is it 1 totem?
This one is the totem. This one.
Okay. I was like, what?
I know it's not a. Here, I'll
No,
tint
you're
the.
good. There you go. Perfect.
That is the totem. All right, the oozes. This one's going to move up, and he is going to try and launch a glob of. Gosh, I gotta turn the sound of those dice off. That's so bad. It's so loud. And that's gonna miss. That's a 13 to hit, so that misses. He's gonna try again to hit you, Teth. That's also gonna miss. That's a 9. This guy's gonna move up.
No.
He
Go away.
he is going to do the same thing. That's a much better attack. That is a 24 to hit.
That does hit. I am currently... No, I'm not, because I'm above, because I got healed. Carry on. Actually, yep, nope, I'm good. Above half.
All right, that's going to be 16 acid damage and 3 force damage. He's going to roll to hit again.
Now I'm below half.
And that does not hit. That was a 9. His turn is done. And these two are just going to move up. And that is their turn. Vern Wellerby.
All right. Okay. Let me just see really quickly. Yeah, I'm going to advance. I'm going to leave the comfort of the shield. I'll get up to like, if I was here, sorry, if I was here, can I see this dude through the trees?
You cannot. These trees are pretty thick.
Oh, like with underbrush and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's also
well, in
a-
that case.
I guess you could probably see between my legs if the trees weren't
Well,
there. I'm on.
I'm thinking,
You-
like, is it undergrowth or
you
what
would,
if I was like here? If I was
you
like,
would be able to, I would say you'd be able to just see the outline. You're talking about this guy over here?
that guy over there. Yeah, I know I can see this
Yeah.
guy down here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
From there, I would allow it, yeah.
Great. Okay, I want to. Yeah, I don't think it's that far away. Let me take a look. Yeah, we're good. I am going to bust out my Rod of Rulership,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to command these two slime beasts.
Okay. Okay. Does it have a stipulation for level of intelligence? I know some command spells do.
No, I mean, it's a wisdom saving throw for them.
Oh, okay.
But I don't see anything for. No, nothing.
Okay. I just ask because sometimes if the if the creature is too dumb, then it can't be commanded. It's just like
that makes sense.
I have no idea what you're even talking to me about. I'm not going to listen to you. They have a -5 intelligence modifier, so they're real dumb.
Is wisdom
Real
also
dumb.
bad? Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Also not great. Go ahead.
Well, what if it was a? Okay, I mean, we'll see if I command them. If you want to add a stipulation where like, you have to roll to be able to understand my commands, or otherwise they just kind of shuffle their feet. I mean, I'd be fine with that if we're considering them kind of dumb. But, all right, they
So how-
roll
well,
wisdom
let
saving
me-
throws.
Let me see. I'm going to look at the Rod of Rulership real quick.
Okay. I tell you, it's an OP item. Didn't know at the time I picked it, but really glad I
It
did.
really is. It really is.
You should have just jumped into Teth's arms, and just have him rose you into the sky so you can see
And just
everything.
get them all. 'Cause It's
Get 'em
a
all.
120-foot reach on that thing too. So I mean, it's really good.
It is. It is.
But commanding all the creatures, I thought would be too easy. So this is like, it could possibly get one or two.
Trent, we're about to be murdered.
No, we'll be fine. That dragon's gonna swoop in and save us.
I'm
It's
taking
on
like
our side.
180 damage.
Yeah. So the way that it's written, these guys are fair game. Go for it.
Okay, cool. What you roll? Wisdom save.
Oh yeah.
Yep. 15 is
So
the.
their okay. Their wisdom modifier is -2.
Good.
So this is going to be for the first guy. Jesus. So that'll be for the one that's closest to Teth, this one. And then we'll move back from there. So we're doing these two. Oh, wow.
Oh,
So the second
okay.
one meets it. So you are
Mhm.
in command of this ooze right here.
That's fair.
Great. Cool. Just make sure you don't injure it or tell it to
Mhm.
do anything contrary to its normal actions.
I use my
Then
bonus
it'll-
action to point my rod of rulership at it and be like, "He's on our side," so everybody knows.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good move. Good move.
Thank you.
All right, Eric.
Okay. Taking Vern's lead. He's also gonna try to control and maybe not control. This is an animal friendship spell. To do the animal friendship spell properly, I want to get right up close to affect all the beasts. So I'm gonna have to take advantage of this strength advantage from Wisp and try to jump down from the tree. I don't know if that's like an athletics check or.
Just to clarify, and this is above game, just so you're not wasting a spell slot. You are trying to use animal friendship on the oozes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Animal friendship works on beasts, as in the monster type beasts. So it will have no effect on these because their monster type is ooze.
Okay. Yeah, Eric would know that.
Yeah, you would know that.
Okay. All right.
So Eric pulls out his rod of rulership and holds it aloft. And
I guess I don't have anything for controlling monsters. Let's see here. But so he's in control of this guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to be clear, you can a possible move for you to get out of the tree is just to use your climbing speed. Everybody has a climbing speed that's half of their movement speed, so you can just, however long you can, 30 feet. So you could climb down. It's a 15-foot tree, so you could climb down, and that would use your movement speed, and you would be safe if you don't want to attempt to jump into Teth's meaty arms.
Mm-hmm.
I'll catch you as a reaction.
There you go.
Do it. You won't do it, you coward.
You both fail your acrobatics checks. And
both fall over.
No, I think
Eric
Somehow-
hits his head on your metal chest and gives
I think
himself
I'd
a
like
concussion.
I'd like to run across a branch and then jump over to Teth.
Okay.
Okay.
Give, all right. Give me an athletics check, Eric, and Teth, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Doing this and roll 20 because it's gonna be great.
7. Can I add Bardic Inspiration? That's a D10.
You can. Oh
Not
boy.
great. Like, this is great, but that's not looking at you. Jump at his face.
Yeah, you jump before he's ready. He just looks at no.
No.
He failed his check so bad that he just kicked out of Discord.
Yep. Oh man.
Hilarious. That's remote play for you.
There you go.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Wisp to well, nah, that's I don't know how her ability works.
Yeah, that is correct. You would add. Let's see. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Yeah, I did.
So
the
you can roll
advantage.
with an advantage. Yeah.
I did that, but that I meant to say bond D4, not bend. She
Oh,
had that one energy bond thing. I don't know if that's for ability checks.
it was like bless, but I don't remember if it was the
Oh,
same.
Sanctuary that dropped when she was attacked,
No,
and she had Sanctuary just on Teth, I believe.
It wasn't Sanctuary. There was something else.
She did like energy bonding,
Mm,
some kind of thing.
There was something that she cast, and it was very, very similar to Bless, where you'd add a D4, but I don't.
Oh, Emboldening Bond. As an action, you choose up to 5 willing creatures, creating a magical bond for 10 minutes. Any bonded creatures within 30 feet of another can roll. Yeah, so you can add a D4. Good call. I forgot about that.
Stop rolling out of my tray.
Gosh, the Wisp has so many. I I wish that I had. I wish that I had created her as a PC for a different game, because she has so much stuff that you can stack on top of each other.
Yeah,
That-
it reminds me of Rogna.
Yeah,
It's like this and this and this and this. You also have Bardic.
Yes, I'll be
Embrace
right back.
Bill.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe
so that's 11.
a
So
Bardic
you have an
Embrace-
11, 11 athletics check, jumping into an 11 dexterity saving throw. So okay, so yeah, as you jump, you are saying that you are running down a branch and jumping into Teth's arms. You're jumping towards Teth, right? Like just finding the sturdiest branch. All right. So between the two of you, I love that your token is
Squirrel.
already down onto Teth. That's so fun.
That's so funny.
I have you. You're here. You're safe. Yeah. So you kind of in a split second look around the tree where you are. You're kind of holding on to the main trunk, and you look over. You see a nice sturdy looking branch. It's nice and thick. It has leaves all the way out to the end, so you can assume that it's still alive and hopefully thriving. You're not all the way at the top of the tree, so it's not like you're surrounded by little tiny branches. You feel pretty safe on most of them around here. And Teth is right down there. You have a clear path. You can see him out the opening of the tree, and you're like, now's the time. I got to get out of this tree. The fastest way to do it is to jump down into my big boy's arms. And so you drop down onto this branch, you gain your balance, you start running out, and the branch was not alive. It definitely just snaps as you get out to the very tip of it. But you did have the sense to start kind of gaining momentum before you got to the very edge of it. So you are kind of falling forward. Teth sees what you're trying to do. He starts moving towards you to kind of gauge where you are, get a good glimpse on how you're doing this, and there's so much goop now on the ground. There's 3 or 4 of these slimes that now have exploded. Teth is pretty well covered because he was right on the front lines of these things, and it's relatively slippery. So he ends up hitting a divot in the ground and slipping and falling down. But thankfully, with 2 11s on both sides, he does have the sense to twist as he's falling. He falls on his back, and he does catch you. I'm going to have both of you take a D8 feels too mean for that. We'll roll a D6. I'm going to have both of you take 1 force damage. So now you are both prone on the ground. I'm going to move you 1 space closer to the tree.
So since I'm below 50%, whenever I take damage, I reduce it by 1d6.
So you take 0 force damage.
Yeah.
Man, that's what a fun thing. That was the correct way to do that.
Yep.
Eric, your turn is not over. You've used your movement and you've used your action. Would you like to use a bonus action?
Let's see here. Probably not. not able to do too much on bonus. Let's see. I think I would like to cast a healing word
Okay.
here. Can that be up? Okay.
Just to clarify, we were both prone, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Between Teth and I, who's looking worse?
Probably. Well, I don't know. You just took 44 acid damage.
You might be worse now.
So
Probably you at this point. Yeah.
So Teth is bloodied, even though it's not a thing. So it's obviously that he's above game below half at least. 'Cause
Mhm.
he has his little his glowy veins reinforcing him.
okay, so I can do it on him. So my healing word is a bonus action, which is nice. So instantaneously, I'm gonna heal you for a 5th level healing word.
Fuck
5d4
Nice.
plus 12.
Plus 12, Jesus. Do you have like a healing?
It's a cleric, yeah.
God damn.
It's 28.
That's a good healing word, my dude.
5d4 plus 12. What the heck?
He rolled almost. he rolled 3, 3, 4, 4, 2.
Dang.
Which I think it's the Disciple of Life is the real big difference maker.
Is that a cleric or?
To restore, yeah, it's a cleric. Yeah, to restore
Yeah,
HP
domain. Yep.
using a healing spell.
Oh.
An additional
Yeah.
HP equals a
It
2
buffs you.
plus the spell's level.
I was like, there's no way that your spell casting ability modifier can be 12.
Mm-hmm.
That can't. That's not right.
So I think being life.
It can only be 5.
Yeah.
The highest, at the very highest, and it is. Your wisdom is at 5.
Yeah.
Man, cleric druid multi-classes are wild. I
That
guess
was
I've
good
never
because
thought
if it
about
was
that.
life domain cleric, yeah.
Yeah. Cleric and druid just I guess have never appealed to me to want to play them. And now I'm like playing as the wisp and seeing all the stuff that you can do, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, I'm missing out on all this cool extra stuff that druid clerics can do.
They have a ton of stuff, and it hurts my brain to use it because I'm dumb. But it's cool.
All right, we are at the bottom of the round, and there is going to be a lair action that happens.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So this guy up here is going to move back into. You see him move, and Teth, you've kind of been. You're a centuries-old war machine, so you have this keen sense in battle. You know that these are very slow creatures. And this guy just shoots back behind the tree. And this guy is going to come up next to him. And this guy's going to shoot up next to him. And from above the tree line,
Yep.
they just all morph together. And you see it just rise up from behind the trees, this giant green mass. And immediately the smell that has been kind of lingering, the smell of rotting flesh, of burning flesh, just multiplies. It doubles, triples, almost knocking all of you back. It's so horrid. And you now are looking at a giant green goo. Oh no, that I deleted.
Bye.
There we go.
Great.
It's like the opposite of rock golem.
Right.
That's really cool.
All right. Brackle is going to. What is he going to do? He is going to give Bardic Inspiration back to Eric.
So yeah, did I
And
theoretically though, did I lose the bardic inspiration or like did I fail the ability check? Or 11?
Yeah, he has a
I
weird
get,
thing.
yeah, I guess so. So you wouldn't. I guess there wasn't a super set DC. It was more of a scaling thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll let you keep it. I would say that's a net fail. An 11 is not great. So he won't do that. He will give Bardic Inspiration to Teth instead.
Yeah.
And he is going to move his. Going to move up here.
That's Vern.
Why am I up
Oh,
there?
that's Vern. Oh no. He's going to move up here. I'm moving the wrong person. What is he going to do? Probably going to cast a spell.
I was gonna try and help you, Barlos, but I tried to pull his character sheet and I can't see anything. So
That's all right. I guess I'm not as well versed with his character sheet as I thought I was. He is going to. He can now see this above the tree line. He is going to try and cast Shatter. Centered on the top of this ooze right here. That's 11 thunder damage if he fails. And I think that he will. Oh, definitely. That is a 9. All right, great. Takes 11 thunder damage. And that is Brackle's turn. Death.
well, I suppose I'll stand up.
Yeah, I guess so.
Um, yeah, wasn't planning on being down. So now we have Gigantic Ooze, which is actually, in my opinion, is actually a good thing. So as a bonus action, I will use, what is it called? Harness Divine Power. Gain back a level 3 spell slot. Get that back. And so I have half movement standing up. I'm going to make it very clear. And I'm going to pick up Eric. And
Okay.
I'm going to half movement move. um, half movement, one creature 15, then I had another 15 left. So technically, I'd only be able to move here.
Yes.
Nope. There we go. Boop. So I'm going to carry Eric back here. and then look at everybody else and say, we need to move back. I'm going to try and limit their mobility. And then Tuff will turn around and look at the big ass ooze, and that's the end. As I action moved, and then use the rest of my movement. Sorry. If I clarified.
As a reaction, Teth, to doing this,
Yes.
the big ooze, you're going to see it. It seems unstable. It's much bigger than it's used to being. It can't maintain this size or weight. And as it sees you retreating, it is currently caught between these two trees. It can't move. So it is going to. It is going to, as a reaction, elect to explode itself.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And it's trying to push into these trees here. So it is leaning forward, it's leaning towards you. All of these oozes have not stopped trying to move towards your direction, other than this bad boy down here. But it's going to, you see it kind of just like squeeze up, and the top gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can see the film on the outside of this ooze grow thinner and thinner and thinner, and it reaches a point of breaking, and it just explodes. Shards, salvos of ooze out toward salvos. Oh, hey, come here.
Hey guys, we're about to get. Are you familiar with acid rain? That's yeah. What's about to happen, I think.
Good walk.
The good
Oh
news
my
is I'm
gosh.
within 10 feet of most
Oh
of
my gosh. Can you say hi?
you.
Hi.
I'll put these in his room real quick.
Hi. Yeah. That's a microphone. You're stalling the ultimate demise of the party right now.
Worse,
I
we're
know.
closer.
That's true. That's true. Oh. Ooh. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
You see everybody on the screen there?
What is that?
That's Trent. Yeah, can you wave? Trent was waving at you. Can you wave?
Hi.
And that's Brad. And
Hello.
that's Billy.
Ready?
I'm Billy.
Ready to go take a bath?
Oh, grab him.
No, I don't want to
I thought he was
bathe.
about to wave for a second.
He's wide awake.
Good job, buddy.
All right, come on, buddy.
All right, bath time. Love you guys.
Love you. Good night, Papa.
Good night.
Come on, buddy. Let's take a bath. Come on, Till. Come on. You didn't poop. I didn't check.
All right. Where were we?
Love
Ooze
the ending where
salvos.
I hope he pooped. I didn't check. I gotta check.
Right.
Yeah.
She was talking about me. She was talking about
Monologue
yeah.
and poop check.
me. She never checks me anymore. Does she expect me to do it myself? God damn. So I'm gonna roll some dice, and I need one percentile die roll from all of you. I'm gonna roll for the Wisp first. The Wisp is gonna do a percentile die, 45, and I will also roll publicly for
Sorry.
Brackle.
I don't know if that's good or bad, Brackle. So you want a D100 dice roll?
A
from all of us.
D100, please.
Oh, not good.
All right, and the slime is also going to roll. There are 5 of you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Not bad.
A little quick math. 215. Divided by 5. All right. If you rolled over a 60, you can have this damage.
Oh,
If you rolled under a 60,
you
You're
can
gonna
negate
take
it
the
entirely. Oh no.
then
I
you're
know-
perfectly safe. You open your
Hey!
umbrella, and it just hits the umbrella. You're
I'm-
going to take 43 acid damage. So that for the public math there, I rolled a D100 per person, and I divided that by 5. 43 acid damage to all of you, or 21 acid damage for the people that rolled over 60. Under 60 is the Wisp, Eric, and Vern.
Guess who just peed themselves?
I know. I was gonna say, I know it probably doesn't matter, but would my aura have any effect on their rolls?
No,
For those- Okay.
it's just like raining down. It's just like a complete, like the sun is blacked out by by arrows of acid coming down on you.
It's probably it's more of like just where it went, pretty much then like randomized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And this guy now has shrunk down.
So small. Tiny use. Oh no, there's so many. Fuck. Hmm.
And I need all of you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
+5, Vern, Wisp, and Eric.
Okay.
+5, okay. I know I have inspiration too.
Hmm. Sorry, was it dexterity you said? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, the Wisp. Oh, the Wisp rolled a 3. That's not good.
Actually, much better. No, wait, hold on. I get a +4 for 1d4.
Yes. Oh, she does get +4, and then +5 from Teth.
Yep.
So, Barlos, I used the bond energy from Wisp on my turn for the ability check per turn. So, can I use it again for this saving throw?
It is the same turn, so you cannot.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, you're at the bottom of the turn. Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
You're at the bottom of the round. So this is now going back into... This is the reaction still to Teth's action. So you are good.
Okay.
You can use it again.
Also,
All
you
right.
part.
Wow, everybody rolled really well. Oh, no. So all of these little guys are now going to explode.
Hmm.
Are you serious?
I am
This is
serious.
crazy, man.
Nice. That's pretty funny, Barless. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I wasn't about to die, it would be a lot funnier. Do you have inspiration or anything, Trent?
I don't have anything.
Damn.
This is actually not that bad.
I didn't take any damage though at all until this point, so I think I'll be
mine
okay.
Mine was actually a 28. Okay. Because I forgot +5.
All right. Everybody except for Eric is going to take this full damage. Eric is going to take half the damage, but you are all going to be thrown. And I'll tell you which direction in just a second.
21 didn't save.
Oh, you have 21. 21. You're right. You saved.
Okay.
Eric and Teth are having this damage.
It's all right, boys. I can take it.
So it's not that bad. It could have been way worse. I rolled 6d6, and you're only taking 13 acid damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
It's all the pancakes you ate.
Yeah. So that's the total damage. 13 acid damage, or 6 if you succeeded on the save.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
But you are all going to be thrown. So Vern, you are hit by this one. So you are going to be thrown 15 feet back this way.
Oh, toward my buddy.
Well, I guess. Eric, you're going to be hit by this one, so you're thrown 15 feet back this way. Teth, you are hit by this one, so you are thrown. You're kind of barreled into this tree right here.
Yeah. I just broke a tree. I'm 3,000 pounds.
I'm going to say that the totem took this damage from that one. The wisp is launched over here. And Brackle also is launched out this way.
And DM, I just broke a threshold up for bloodied. If the temporary max increase is now like helping determine what is half and what is. Otherwise, I'd still not have reached it. You know what I'm saying?
You would treat that increase as your actual hit point total for the next 8 hours. So that goes into effect, yes.
I just went below the new threshold of 30% health, which we agreed was when Eric wild shapes, whether he has a slot or not, into a giant spider.
I love that.
Just
I wonder if I still have that thing.
Reaction.
Everybody blows up, but then Eric just turns into a spider.
Spider covering.
Oh, I hate to do it, but Vern, I think, is enlarge reduce concentration or trend.
Oh, wait, is it?
I don't know. That's yeah.
I will take a look.
It is concentration up to 1 minute.
Yep.
Damn it! Want to be big?
I'm still focusing. Don't you worry. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. You're small again.
As the skin burns off my body.
Yeah.
I'm still focusing on Teth be big. Teth be big.
Oh god, that spider's terrifying.
So.
All right, you have control over the spider, Eric.
Thank you.
So like as you get hit, so all of these go off at the same time, and you're all just like flying past each other, and there's debris, there are pieces of branches and sticks and leaves flying, and a whole bunch of slime all over the place. And as you are all flying past each other, you see Eric's body just disfigure, and like his bones start cracking, and he turns into this spider in the air as he's just like, oh no. He lands on his 4 leg or his 8 legs over here as a spider. And that brings us to the wisp. The wisp is not looking great. So she's going to take some time to try and help herself. She is going to just give herself some healing real quick. She's going to do a, let's say, 3rd level cure wounds. Oh, that wasn't great. She'll Give herself back 9 hit points. That takes her back over 50%. And then she will actually move around the tree line this way. And that will be her turn. Now it is the ooze's turn. This one is going to move around the tree line. This one is going to move up and attempt to hurl some ooze at the wisp. And that is going to miss. That was a 16. It's going to try one more time. That was even worse. That was a 7.
Hopefully
Now
this
we
all
are-
happened fast enough that nobody noticed Eric peed his pants.
And you're not wearing pants right now, so it just like sprayed
Yeah.
all out into the air.
Yeah. Oh, the pee actually morphs into my animals.
Part of your spider. Yeah.
It becomes a leg. Like
Treated
the
like gear.
line of pee just like grows hair and becomes a leg.
Jeez.
What a grotesque, wild shape. Vern Wellerby, it is your turn, my friend.
Oh boy. All right. And is it right after me that I command this creature, or?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, let's see. I can't really see anything where I am. So, let's see. See him, and I will hit the little remnant of the giant ooze monster with a chromatic orb.
We love a chromatic orb.
Yep. Electric power, so I get the +5 on the damage. And I'll just do this. It looks small, doesn't look very threatening. I'll do it at. No, I should be at. I'll play it safe. I'll do it at 3rd level.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. 2 hits. $28.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Good.
Good one.
Good.
Nice.
All right. And I need.
And Vern's in his zone.
Except when I'm getting hit by acid.
Yeah, yeah.
Not used to being messy, you know.
It just makes Vern so angry that he's getting dirty.
I mean, you have to imagine it's pretty much everywhere now. It's all over this battlefield. So it's unavoidable. Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
27.
Vern, how do you want to do this?
Oh, good. Let's see. So I want the chromatic orb to hit him inside. And he just kind of like illuminates for a second, and he kind of puffs up like the big one exploded. But because he's so tiny, it's just a little mini explosion. So none of its little acidy drops go anywhere. It's all very contained. A very anticlimactic.
I'm glad that you have decided the mechanics of the creature for me.
Yeah.
Like a fruit gusher, just like
Yeah.
lovely. He will explode a little bit, but you're all far enough away that it doesn't make any difference. Well done. Well played. Vern Wellerby, would you like to do anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Controlling this ooze, if you want to look up the stat block on D&D Beyond, I'm using the stat block for huge gray ooze. It's a CR8 monster.
Stat block.
So like the monster stats on D&D Beyond, so you know what it can
Okay.
do.
So I go to collections and I go to no. Wait.
You can go up to game rules, monsters, and then just search huge gray ooze.
Monsters, huge gray ooze. Click. Okay. It's loading. Gray spelled in the British way or the American way?
I don't know which is which. Gray.
Is it American way? That's unfortunate.
Stupid.
Yeah, bro.
Well, yeah.
Huge gray ooze.
Western
All right.
civilization.
I know. Ridiculous. Okay, so his movement is speed is 10 feet. Oh yes.
Not very good.
Let's see. He's going to slowly. I can't move him. Let's have him move
Oh yeah.
2 boxes to the right.
Over here?
Yeah. So I guess that's probably. There's no way he has an attack that's gonna hit that thing way over there, right?
Unless you have 35.
So if you look at the pseudopod melee weapon attack, I gave them a ranged attack as well.
Okay.
With a reach of 30 feet. So once he gets within 30 feet, then you can use
Okay.
any of those attacks.
Let's see. I wanted to. Yeah, I was gonna make it just turn invisible, just for the fun of it, but I'll let
Okay.
the ooze. I'll let the ooze be for now. It can just be itself.
Okay. He's just kind of like waving. Just,
Mhm.
That's the ooze's form of like a dodge action. It's just like
yeah, just shifty. Just real shifty. All right, Eric.
Okay. Let's see here. How far away is this dude? So, with my climbing and movement speed, do you think I can get over to where the wisp is or into one of these trees?
I have
30
to actually
climbing.
have to.
Got 30 climbing and 30 movement.
So that would be 30 total. If you're using that movement, like climbing would be on vertical surfaces. So you could move 30 feet towards the wisp.
I think it's there. So I think my web will still be at a disadvantage. Okay. So he's in range, but it's just the second longer range that's disadvantage. Okay. So from my abdomen, I'm going to shoot some webbing.
Nice.
Awesome. I didn't roll bad. So 17 to hit. Does that hit?
That hits.
Awesome. So target's restrained. As an action, the target can make a DC 12 strength check.
Okay.
Webbing
this
can
guy up
also
here?
be attacked. Yeah, that guy, the small guy. And then the webbing can also be attacked and destroyed if you want to do that.
Okay.
It doesn't look like the spider has any bonus actions. So that'll be on my turn.
All right. We will move back up to the top with Brackle Bath. Brackle is going to come around this way. cast. Actually, no. He's going to use his Steel Wind Strike. Ooh, and that hits.
Is that a attack roll?
Yes.
Did you do it with advantage?
I did not. Should I have?
Ooh, restrained. Attack rolls against creature have advantage.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll roll again. But I guess I don't need to, because he rolled way above the AC.
Okay, I was just hoping it would be a crit.
Reminded me that. I would not have. All right, so you see.
Cheering for a crit.
Actually, yeah, I'll roll one more time, just to see if he gets a. Just to see if we get the 20, dude.
Fucking got it.
Holy
Ooh,
wow.
wish that into reality.
From where you all are, you all pretty much have a vantage point to see this guy from whatever distance. The Wisp and Vern probably. You can see Brackle where he is now, and it appears that he just vanishes. He vanishes, and then he comes back to that spot, and in that time, this guy just explodes, just like vapor of goo just goes out in every direction, hits him, comes back to his spot.
You guys remember Men in Black? When
Yeah,
the alien, yeah, when he gets just
he
exploded.
got the snap.
The green mist.
You can you can exit turn order because this ooze is under your control for a long time.
8 hours.
Yeah, ooze for 8 hours.
A putrid, smelly ooze creature.
They're not like stink bugs, are they? Where like the dead ones attract other ones.
I wish I had thought about that being a feature of them, but as it stands, no.
Is there any more sightings of that thing in the sky, or did it pass over us and then kind of we didn't hear anything more?
You can still hear the squishing of ooze off in the distance, but make a perception check, Vern.
I'm still on my huge great ooze page.
Since we're out of turn order, I was hoping to cast a healing spirit. I want to first come back out of wild shape into Eric.
Okay.
I was hoping to cast a healing spirit and let the party come heal up. Wisp, what's your favorite animal that you can think of?
She kind of thinks about this for a while. She likes a lot of different animals, and she'll say, I think probably a hummingbird.
A hummingbird it is. I think Eric would know that one.
Perfect.
Cool. So I do want to cast it at 5th level, which will which will mean that how many times do I get to? So up to 1 minute.
1 plus your
1 plus my modifier. So 6 times.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's gonna look like 46 plus 7 each time.
Is this hummingbird healing us? It's like that seal from the one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But healing seal was better.
Yeah, healing hummingbird.
Oh, dude, you should
I'm thinking
totally
Wisp
like
has
try
a
that.
terrible
Pocahontas.
taste.
You should totally have a different animal for each level if you upcast it.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
It just has like choose a beast or fey of my choice. So
Stupid wisp. What does she know?
Yeah.
all right.
Idiot.
So 6 charges. How's the party gonna use those?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am not as bad as everybody else probably now.
I'll take. What is a charge?
Jesus.
How much is a charge?
4d6 plus 7. So it's like
Yeah.
a minimum of 11 upwards to 31.
I'll do 2 charges.
Gotcha. Let's try that.
Honestly, you
So
guys
two-
use whatever charges you need, and if we need more healing, I can do stuff. Above game.
Look at the hummingbird.
So Vern heals for 39.
Nice.
Nice.
I have
The
4
wisp will ask for 1 charge.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
3 more. How's Brackle?
Brackle's doing pretty good. He does not need any charges. He barely took any damage at all.
Teth, I'll use 1 on you.
Sure.
If you're willing to spare another one, the wisp would take another one as well.
Yes, so 1 on her and then 1 on myself. I think then
Okay.
will be the last of them.
Cool.
This one's for Wisp is 27.
Dang.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh, pretty good here.
Got her back to full
Well,
health. 2 charges. Great.
Myself.
Okay.
26, okay.
All right.
Dang. Nice rolls.
Look at all those 6s. Yeah, that's good.
The wisp is going to. 'Cause she would have talked to you, Eric, about your herbalism kit adventures and how you are collecting different things. She's going to procure or produce 2 vials, 2 empty vials, and she'll give them to you. And she'll say, you should collect some of this ooze for later.
Gotcha. So I will scour the battlefield for some ooze, filling up these 4-ounce vials, whatever size.
Yeah, 4 ounces.
Okay.
I'll say that is
I'll add that to my
good.
inventory. Just green ooze. I label it.
Yeah, I would say label it I would just say label it ooze and then in parentheses acid.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, you're out of turn order. Everybody's healed up. What would you guys like to do?
Let's so we keep heading east, everybody, to try to clear this forest before more of those squelching things show up.
Did anything come of Vern's perception check?
Oh, it was a 12, by the way. So probably not.
You don't see anything in the sky. The fog is getting a little bit thicker. You can see through it relatively easily on the ground level, but it is kind of obscuring your vision into the sky. So with a 12, you do not see anything, especially off in the distance.
Okay.
You can still hear other oozes off to the east, though.
Which is where we're heading, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So geographically, how far have we made it?
You've walked about an hour and a half. I think, is that what we said? An hour and a half, hour 45-ish from the cemetery. So you still have a couple hours walk before you get to the village.
Okay. Ms. Wisp, is there another way than straight east that might take a little bit of time but might be free of these creatures?
And she says we can go north, up towards the water. If we walk along the shoreline, it'll take a little bit longer. Um, I will move you to the map here real quick. So if you zoom in, like where Mir is down at the bottom,
Hmm.
you came in here. Cemetery is just over from that, like right here. And then you've been moving east, but like kind of directly down towards more southeast than true east
Okay.
towards
Yeah.
Mir. So what you could do is move north up this way and travel to this clearing here and then take like move kind of in a semicircle.
Hmm.
So you've been going this direction.
Yep.
Instead, you could cut up here and walk across or around the shoreline and then go straight down south. That would add probably 2.5 hours extra to your trip. So you're looking at 5 hours total instead of 2.5. And you would be walking into the night. So at that point, you're looking at potentially stopping and resting and continuing in the morning.
Hmm.
Because it's into the evening at this point. You've been walking for a
Right.
while. You're looking at like 6 o'clock, 6:30 ish, based on where the sun is sitting in the sky. It's pretty close to dark for this time of year.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think? What do you want to? I for one think we should avoid more of those ooze creatures.
They're dreadful. I'm looking for a long rest.
What is? You had mentioned Wisp. Is it Wisp or the Wisp? Yeah.
So in her culture, they don't carry names in the traditional sense. So like your name is Teth, and people can say that's Teth or Hey Teth. It's different for her. She just got the nickname the Wisp, like, oh, that's the Wisp, when she was during her tithing, because she was very swift in combat, and when she had people at the end of her blade, she would let them go. Um, so you can kind of just talk at her, really, and she'll understand that you're talking to her. She really doesn't. She understands that outwardly people will call her the Wisp, but she is not married to that name, nor does she really find it uh,
Is it?
formative for her personality.
Let me ask you this: Is it? Because I know all we want to do right now is RP about names. Is it apparent to Teth that she doesn't really care for the name or like has no preference over it?
Make a history check.
Hey, I think I actually am proficient. Holy shit!
You should.
16.
With a 16, you would have enough knowledge of the furbolg species, and you would have lived through many tithings. You would know that she was a winner of the tithes. Likely, you would know that she went in without a name and came out with one. Um, so she lived her life before that without it. I think that you would know that it is socially acceptable to not call her a name when addressing her.
So basically, address her, but not with a name. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you just look at her, just get her attention. If you're
Yeah,
looking
like it's
at
like
her
if
face,
you're just like clearly paying attention to somebody.
yeah,
Yeah. So I think with that, Beth would just move his little fucking robot eyes over. and just ask. You had mentioned trying to move out before it gets dark. If we go this longer route, it's going to get darker much quicker.
Yes.
Does that threat outweigh trying to push through this, heal up and push through where we've been going? I don't know. You know this area much better than we do.
If these were normal times, I would say take the longer route, knowing that there are more of these creatures ahead. In these times where going north gets us closer to the wilds, I couldn't tell you what's up there. I would say that the level of threat might be comparable. We could also try and travel more south and then go directly east over. It's like route. Let's see. So route A is in dark blue. Route B, option B, that's also dark blue. Damn it. Option B is to go north and then curve around the water's edge and go south back down to the village. And then she is also proposing option C, which is to head directly south and then directly east. That would still be longer than the original route. It would only add about an hour and a half, so you're looking at 4 hours instead of 5. But this is potentially more dangerous than both of the other routes. This is probably the least dangerous because you're going up towards the water and you're not surrounded on all sides. But it takes the longest, and the later you go into the night, the more dangerous the chances of you hitting something, like your percentile rolls will get harder to roll. This is kind of middle of the road. This is definite danger, but the shortest amount of time. You're looking at a 2.5 hour walk.
I think Teth would think on it for a minute, and he's basically recollecting the combat, analyzing those creatures.
Like, we know what we're up against.
So hear me out. Shortest route. Might run into them. I'm not very stealthy, so I'm not going to make that promise. But we know that they are not quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are not quick, that's for sure.
Is potentially just outrunning them an option? I mean,
Make a survival check with advantage with the wisp's informed opinion.
all right. Let me check my survival. Hey, it's a plus. That's great.
We all like to see pluses.
The emboldening bond was only a minute, right? So that's gone.
Yes.
All right. First one is a 10. Second one is a 5. So it's 10.
What about Bardic Inspiration for Teth?
I use that.
Did you? Okay.
Yep. I use that on that dex save.
With a 10, you would get the feeling that all of you have the ability to outrun those creatures when it's stacked up man to man. Maybe not as easily if there are many of them.
Okay, so use that in combination. Hear me out. Testing like trying to make this work mode. If there's a large amount of them that start to come towards us and they clearly see us, and then Teth thinks for a second.
Loading.
Remember we're in that giant rock monster? How I use the plant growth?
Mhm.
That area of effect is massive. You couldn't really, well, I guess we saw it when we went back through kind of around it, but above game is 100-foot radius, which is fucking huge.
Yeah.
If we foresaw an encounter and we didn't get jumped, go, you don't move now, and then just go around it.
And then Eric would also say, "Hey, if you guys need a scout, I think I would love to be a fast moving deer for you. I've got a polymorph in the bag. If you're familiar with that spell, so
Oh,
that
bad
allowed me,
idea.
I think, to burst through the forest and scout ahead and come back with knowledge so we don't get jumped along the way. But at this point, I think spending the least amount of time in the forest is the best.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of know what we're up against, so
That does make me feel
losing
better. Eric.
using their speed. That's true. No, but like you said, using what we've just learned,
Yeah.
their speed against them.
That being said, can any of you use more healing? Just in case.
I'm okay.
In case. And I'm not asking you to, this isn't directed at Brent, this is in general. I'm not asking you to be strong and say, I'm okay. Like, let me top you off. You can take it.
Okay, I'll take
The-
take a shot of hit points.
Yeah, just a little quick nip.
Yeah, because I only need like 9 more to get topped off.
Yeah, Brackle is pretty close. He needs like 16, I think. Closed his character sheet.
If everybody can take a little bit, it's worth the spell. Above game.
Yeah, he needs 16. The Wisp is topped off, so she is fully healed.
I think
Mhm.
seeing this, Eric would offer to heal up again. Let's just call back our seal friend since you guys loved him so much.
Yes.
Cast a
Hey.
fourth.
I look over at the Wisp and be like, the seal is so much better. Twist the knife a bit.
Rude.
And she will. So, she's very direct. She spends most of her time in the forest, and she's, other than being tithed, she's maybe spent like a couple days within society in her whole life. So she's not one for social cues, and she'll just say, "I don't see a lot of seals. Hummingbirds live in the forest."
Well, that all changes today. And I point to Eric.
Instead, you get a face seal.
Nice. All right.
Actually, damn, you guys, we should do a holiday session where the next spirit is going to be like a reindeer or something like that.
Hear
The
me
red
out.
nose.
How cute would this be? A seal with the face of a hummingbird. Like a little narwhal. It'd be pretty cute. Like some like green sort of shimmery feathers.
It'd be like a narwhal, but the horn is
Yeah.
its beak. The horn just opens
Yes.
up and it's the beak.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a really hard time visualizing that.
So picture a narwhal, but
Oh, good.
the horn just opens up and is a beak.
No. Yeah, that one got me.
And that's for sure the sound that it makes. It doesn't sound like a bird. It sounds like the narwhal for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh God.
I feel so much better.
What?
To answer your question, Brad,
Yeah.
yes, if you would like to use spell slots, I will gladly not use spell slot.
Yeah. Just promise we can do a little, resting when we get to Mir.
That's hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, if shit hits the fan, I'll use the thing that I don't want to use in this campaign that I was gifted, which was Windwalk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you trying to avoid
those
it?
are cool.
That's your rod of rulership?
That's like a last. That's like a maybe if it makes a cool RP moment, Windwalk. I don't
Do you
want
have
to
a
use that.
do you have finite amount of those, or do you have endless wind walks?
No, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I have two of them.
It's tempting to
They're
use.
ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, they're infinite. There is endless uses.
Yeah.
There's 2 uses per day or per
Yeah.
long
per
rest.
day. Yeah.
Yeah,
or,
2 uses per day,
uh,
which is
yeah.
massively overpowered because it lasts for what, like 8 hours? Is it an 8 hour?
Yeah, it's 8 hours. We could go
Hmm.
8. We could go 8, and then we could rest. We could go 8, rest. It's just dumb.
Damn.
That's like the panic. The panic button. Like, oh no. That's like even when there's the panic button, it's just like, let's try and find something else. Like,
Man, if I didn't roll such a shitty roll in that 66, you would have
I
been
know.
contemplating Windwalk to get out of that slime.
Yeah, no, that was an option. It actually, and I don't know if you intentionally did this. Potentially did this, Barlos, but that thing turning into a bigger slime actually made me feel 100% better about that fight.
It happened at the wrong time. I wish the limit, because the lair actions you set beforehand, so it's after a certain amount of rounds. So that one was after 5 rounds. And I wish I would have set it later because they were way more dangerous as small little mini
Yeah.
tanks.
Yeah.
Super fucking dangerous.
But I'm always learning. I'm learning
Yeah.
every day how to kill you guys better.
That was a very
Exciting
cool.
news.
That was a very cool, and I'll blab about it afterwards. But that was a very cool mechanic in combat.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Trying to do
All right.
different things every combat this time, not just guys with swords trying to stab you.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that's happened yet, so that's good. That's a win. It's a win in my book.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked them out of it and made them piss themselves.
Yeah. All 3 of them. 3 for 3.
Yeah.
All pissing their pants.
Okay. Sorry. Did we want to heal up and?
I just got my seal heal going, so I'm good.
So healing. Yeah, I gave 12 to Vern.
Mhm.
The second roll, was it Brackle that was close to healing up fully? Or was it Teth?
Brackle needed like 16, so he'll take a charge for sure.
Oh, yeah, the 17 to Brackle.
Okay.
How
Oh,
about,
dude,
how about
I'm nowhere near full, but I'm also a
Gotcha.
tank. So
But
I'm doing
there's
okay.
yeah, so I'm gonna use 2 more charges on yourself and 2 more on myself.
Yeah.
So let's see how those go.
Nice.
Okay, so 33 to Teth.
So as you are all standing around doing this, just contemplating which way to go.
And 24 to myself.
As you are all doing this, you still hear the squishing of these slime creatures far off. But also from the south, it's pretty prominent. So I think all of you with your passive perception would hear this. You kind of prick your ears up. There's it sounds almost like a really fast vibration, like when your phone is ringing, it's on vibrate on a table. You can hear that vibration. That's what it sounds like. But from further off, down south.
Hmm. Vibration.
Yeah, like really, really fast vibration. And you,
Like a hummingbird?
not unlike a hummingbird. It feels it seems like it's more manufactured though. It doesn't sound like feathered wings. It doesn't sound like a natural creature.
Mechanical. That sounds intriguing.
It
Can
does
I
sound mechanical. Yes.
can I determine if it's like can my mechanically minded ears ascertain what kind of whirring it might be, like an
Make
engine
a
or the distance, like anything really.
make a. You can choose between the following: a survival check, an investigation check, or a straight intelligence check.
Okay, we'll just do investigation.
Okay.
I assist.
Yeah.
I use the help action.
I would normally say perception, but if you're using like math to calculate distance, that's more intelligence than wisdom.
Yeah, I got an 18.
With an 18, what exactly are you looking to try and hear?
Okay, so I can pick one thing. Um,
Yeah. Give me one like prominent thing that you're listening for,
okay.
and then maybe like other things that you're trying to think about and discern.
Number one thing is the distance of the device.
Okay.
And secondary, maybe like the size of the device. If I'm thinking it's like a huge refinery, like a building, or if I think it's like a contraption or
Okay.
a smaller device.
Okay. Yeah, with your role, you would be able to tell that you would be pretty sure. I would say maybe 85% sure, 85 90 that it is pretty far away, maybe like 100 feet, 200 feet. But not anything crazy like miles away. So it's got to be it's close enough that you can definitely hear it. Somewhere between 150 200 feet. But it does seem to be getting closer. For the other stuff, if you're putting most of your brain power towards distance, you would know that it's not stationary, so it's not like a factory or a refinery or a piece of heavy machinery. Um, you would assume that it is medium sized or smaller.
I feel like it's
And it's just
approaching
like
us.
yeah, and you just have like it's a really soft hum, just like really low. You can hear it off in the distance to the south.
Okay. So guys, it sounds like there's a device of medium or smaller size uh, approaching our locations. I don't know about you, but I am very intrigued, and it only sounds like it's maybe 100 feet away. Do you want to lie in wait and see what passes by through here? We can keep my ooze friend out there as kind of like a decoy and see if this thing is friend or foe based on how it treats the dead slime monster.
If we do, I don't think we should linger too long.
I'm just curious what the contraption is. I mean, it sounds like it's moving, so maybe it'll just move right past us and we can
It's
just...
you said it's a contraption,
Mm-hmm.
like
Maybe a vehicle, maybe
something
Yeah,
mechanical.
Vern would definitely know that it is mechanical in some way.
You said it was vibrations, right?
Hmm.
Or it sounded like vibrations.
if you want, I could.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, cut out. There we
I
go.
think it would kind of remind, which we haven't talked about at all, DM, but it was briefly brought up. One of the K units was a burrowing unit of sorts. And
Mhm.
kind of, that's what he would think of, is like the vibrations, like the tremors
Hmm.
that they would put out. So
Vern, you would also be quite certain, just to ease Teth's mind about that, if you brought it up. It is not below ground. It is definitely
Mm.
you can feel the vibrations in the air. You can hear it
Okay.
on the same plane of travel.
yeah, you definitely see Teth like getting like curious, but like tense, and then, and I don't know how you do this because he's a fucking robot. He doesn't make expression, but he's experiencing like a whole jumble of emotions, right? You know,
Mechanical anxiety.
yeah, he's like, maybe it's not necessarily like facial expressions, but it's you know, other types of body language, um, where he's like curious about it, and then he's worried about it, and then he's sad about it, and then he's worried about it.
So as you are worried about it, it is getting closer to the point where all of you can audibly hear the things that Vern was explaining to you.
Do I hear any more sound? Like, does it sound like trees are being torn down or anything like that?
No, you hear. I would say that you hear like, maybe like the odd tearing of a branch or a leaf,
Mhm.
but you don't hear anything like massive damage to
It's not
trees or anything like
designed
that.
as like a logging device or anything.
Correct.
Okay. Well, it's getting awfully close now, so we can try to run eastward and potentially be stuck between more of these slime creatures and that, or we can wait it out and see if it might be helpful. Maybe someone that can help guide us to Mir.
The wisp will pipe up and say that she can help one other creature turn invisible to hide and wait, if you're interested in that.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Yes, let's Eric, would you be able to transform into an animal and kind of like lie low that way?
That sounds good to me.
Let's see what I
Um,
can do. I don't think I have any.
does Eric need to do any sort of like nature check to be like what would be a common mammal around here, or ask the wisp?
Yeah, make a nature check.
I do that. Okay.
Is it her favorite animal?
Yeah, it'll be hers again. It'll be
Only hummingbirds.
Yeah,
just like
thousands.
all right.
Definitely not seals, that's for sure.
Okay, great stuff. A 26.
26, you would know that common forest animals, you could turn into any type of buck or doe. You could turn into several types of bears.
Was that him
Bye.
going away? Yep. Okay.
Dang.
The
Well,
best
what do
time
the
to
two of
drop
you
out.
want to do? What do the two of you want to do?
I think Teth being made invisible because he's so big might be the best idea. What
Yeah.
I could do is I can use major image, which is like a 20-foot cube, and just like conceal myself in like a giant tree.
Oh, that's true.
Just to clarify, party. Even with invisibility, Teth will still probably fail a stealth check. But
Oh, well, can't Tef be inside the tree with me? Can we both fit inside a 20-foot cube?
Yeah.
It seems big. Yeah.
I'm gonna just
Tef, join me in the tree.
baby born you. Okay.
We'll do that, and then
Thank
Brackle
you.
can be made invisible, since he's there too.
I think he probably. I don't know if bards have invisible. Is he a bard?
He is bard, yes.
I'm trying to think of
Let me look at his character sheet again. What can he do?
They don't pick, or do they pick spells, or they cast from just their list of stuff?
They pick spells. Bards
Okay.
bards have a fuck ton of spells because they have magical
Yeah.
secrets, so they can pick from any spell list.
Yeah.
I don't think he picked any invisibility charms though.
Okay.
Now he cannot make himself invisible. Sure has a lot of bard shit though.
Well, so that being the case, Teth and Vern can fit in the tree. Eric was gonna do something.
Yeah, I probably
We'll
more
do
to a doe
I-
do
more.
this tree over here.
with 7 hit
But
points.
you're creating another tree, right? Major image.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want your tree to be, Vern?
Hmm. Well, let's see. Probably off to the side, so it doesn't. Though it's not
Cool.
chopping down trees, so I think we'll be okay. Because unless it tries to actively examine a major illusion, it won't be
Right.
able to tell. So, oh, is that where you're putting it? That's a good place. It could be there.
I'm yeah, if that's where you want it, that's where we can get it. I think you also can maybe get this. I'm not sure if you can or not. Control it.
No, I can't.
Okay. That's a mighty fine line though.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Oh, it's
Oh no. Oh no.
cool. So yeah, we'll just put the tree there. Vern and Teth will go in there.
I
The
can make my own
wisp,
squares, though. Sorry. Now I'm just realizing what I can do.
and Brackle will kind of cozy up to this tree line back here, and you will see them vanish.
So the stat block for a giant elk is really cool, but does that clash with, just trying to be?
No, you can be a giant elk. That's fine with me.
I like how inconspicuous it's like we are, but then there's a giant elk and a giant ooze.
Yeah, can the ooze go? I worry about him. Can he? Do we want to use him as an example to see what happens, like what this thing is capable of, damage-wise, or?
Yeah, you can just have it hanging out there and see what it does.
Yeah, we'll just see. Yeah, but of course it's not gonna. I don't want it to try to fight anything. I want it to make it. I want to have it pick flowers. So I want it to have like a little bouquet in one oozy hand. So if this thing sees it, it looks really innocent, and it wouldn't like necessarily try to attack the ooze.
Please, sir.
I'm gonna. So, I want you to for sure lock in that that's what you want to do.
So I want the ooze to do.
Yeah.
Unless it gets attacked, I want the ooze to pick flowers.
I mean, if the
Okay.
ooze gets attacked, you're gonna lose domination, right? Anyway, so
No, if one of us attacks, because it's friends
I-
to our. Well,
I want you to make an Arcana check to see if that
It's
is
capable.
outside of what the ooze would,
okay.
what his nature would be.
My favorite stat is
25.
giant
Oh,
elk is
okay.
the language,
We'll be fine.
but I also understand Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, but can't speak those.
Yeah, so you see the ooze just kind of like sloth over to this tree over here, and this kind of patch of flowers, we'll just say, that extends under the tree, and he just like forms a giant arm out of one side of his body and just like starts grabbing down into the dirt and the sticks. And he's not really picking the flowers. He has a -5 intelligence. He's just kind of like groping around in the general area that flowers are. He has a big bundle of sticks that he's just holding up. And some flowers got caught in it. And there are flowers like inside of him now that are dissolving in the acid.
Oh
And he's
boy.
just like,
He's
he's
trying
living his
best.
life. He's trying his best. He's
Mm.
trying his best. Really. He really wanted to make you proud. And he
Ollie.
just doesn't
My
doesn't
boy.
have the smarts to do it the way that you wanted him to do it, but with a 25, he's going to try his damnedest. He's going to try so
Aw.
hard.
Ollie 2.0.
Precious.
Do you have a
Yeah.
name for him?
Ooh, yes. Let's name him. What's a slimy sounding name or ooze?
Flubber.
Flubber.
That doesn't fit now.
Flubbert. Flubbert. You can call him Bert for short.
Bert. Yeah.
Bert, yeah.
Bert.
Hilarious. Yeah, Flubbert is just down there.
Fulbert.
Oh no. Jeez. So good with animal names. Flubbert.
If you ask me to name him, if he's gonna die in the next 3 minutes, Michael Barlow's, I'll be so pissed. First Ollie, now Flubbert.
Twist.
Hey, Flubbert. Ollie is still alive. His soul still
right.
exists.
You're right. You're right.
Inside
Ollie
of
is definitely very, very dead and was undead, but his soul exists.
It's true.
I just liked Ollie so much that I just needed to keep him. So we're gonna say that he's still fine.
I've been
But
alive for
Ollie's
15 minutes.
I liked his character, and he's like, "Ow, what are you doing?
Stop
Just didn't
hurting me!
understand.
Oh God! What are you doing? Yeah, so Eric is now a giant elk. Teth and Vern are an illusory tree. The Wisp and Brackle are invisible behind this tree over this direction. And Flubbert is here picking flowers to the best of his ability.
Mhm.
And the whirring is getting closer and closer and closer. And as you are watching, coming from down here, almost directly south of your position, ironically, one of the paths that the Wisp had indicated was a viable option for travel.
Mm.
You 1 minute you're watching Flubbert pick flowers.
No.
1 minute you're watching him just kind of bend over and glom onto some sticks and some flower petals.
Mhm.
Just dropping his acid ooze wherever he pleases. And the next minute, the next moment, you just see him in two halves, and he just
Oh.
he kind of makes, well, it's okay because I mean that's just the nature of Flubbert. Now you have two of them, but cutting through and leaving a very small, almost like an inch wide trail of burnt grass with little flames here and there where the grass and the leaves and flowers are burning along this little trail. After making contact with Flubbert, you see this creature slow down to a stop, wondering what it just hit.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
It's so small.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a hummingbird.
hedgehog.
It's another damn hummingbird.
And as you see it, as it slows down and you kind of narrow your vision, you can see that it is a very small, tiny, in fact, bird made of red and gray metal. And around its wings and its back, you can see tiny little sparks of electricity just pulsing around its body. Little blue electrical arcs running across its little metal feathers. And it stops, and you can tell it's just like kind of shaking off the ooze that it got onto it from going through the center of this ooze just now. And it kind of looks back, it looks around, and it looks straight at Eric, and it is
Yeah,
going
okay.
to it's going to be unsure about Eric.
So, to the best of Eric's ability, he's going to act as
Talkative.
the elk, and they're
Make a deception check, Eric.
that's what it'd be. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I rolled an 8.
This hummingbird, or this, jeez, it's not a hummingbird. This metal bird is. Oh, now I accidentally opened Google, and there's just pictures of hummingbirds. It is going to fly over to you, Eric, and it's just going to land on one of your antlers. Just kind of like, and just start pecking at the top of your head very gently, not doing any damage, just kind of like testing what you are, just making sure that you're not anything magical. It can tell that something is off.
I can tell. Can I just turn into Eric then? I'm gonna drop my wild polymorph.
Okay. As you change back into Eric, it'll flutter back real quick, and then kind of look at you, and really slowly kind of fly back over to you, and get really close to your face, just like right on your eye line. And it's gonna send a tiny little spark just into your forehead. I don't think that hits. What is this modifier? Oh yeah, that definitely doesn't hit. 14 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll collide with you, but it doesn't do any real damage. It's like sparking yourself on a staticky blanket almost.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the idea that it feels like that for it too. So it just kind of hits you and then recoils a little bit again.
In Elvish, Eric would say, "What are you?"
You can tell that the bird understands, but it cannot communicate back to you in Elvish. It'll make it'll sound like chirping, but manufactured. So like, you ever seen one of those bird clocks where like every hour there's a different bird, and when it chimes on the hour, like the bird sound comes out of the clock? That's what it sounds like. A manufactured electronic bird call sound when it
Like a
tries to
recording
speak
of
to
a
you.
real one.
Yeah.
So I would since I could see it, understands, I would also say that I mean no harm, but I'm not alone. And we also mean you no harm.
At
Looking to
at
my
that
right.
point, it'll start looking around, but it will get closer to you, and it'll kind of nod down to one of your hands.
Oh, like I open my palm and it lands in it.
It will immediately fly into the palm of your hand and perch itself on your palm.
Now, when I look to my right, at both Vern and Teth, am I looking through the illusory tree, or do they see me through the illusory?
How do you have it set up, Vern?
I'm sorry, I just thought of like a bit. I seem to be like, hey guys, it's okay, you can come out. But he's talking to the wrong tree.
Make an
not-
investigation
oh,
check.
no.
Eric.
If this happens,
2.
how'd you call that? So 2, but plus
That'd
2,
be
so
plus
4.
100% you start talking to the tree behind you.
Good. So yeah, now I'm facing that way, saying we're not alone. This time I'm speaking in common.
Here, I can
because I'm speaking to Teth and Vern.
I can move the illusion, right? Isn't that part of my
Yes.
major image? Okay. Because I won't break concentration, I'll keep it going. But I will
Okay.
move it. We'll stay where we are, but I'm gonna move the illusory tree like to the left. Like just like so it like moves we don't move out of the space, the tree just moves away from us.
Okay. That's pretty funny.
I won't walk out of this, but I'll move this magic.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if we came out of it, might be. Well, I guess it's more alarming when the entire tree just shifts. Oh,
But makes no noise because it's not real. It's just like
Yeah.
a floating ghost tree. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Wait, can't a major image make sounds like and have like slight smells as long as they're not like debilitating smells?
It can't. Yeah, it's whatever you want it to be, really.
Okay. I want as it backs away, I want to give it that sound effect that cartoons have when they're sneaking, like the doot, 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 doot. It's just doing that away. And I feel like that would alert Eric without us having to say something that he's not facing the right direction.
He's like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
So I'll step forward now slowly and I'll be like, hi little guy. And I'll hold my mechanical hand out.
Are you just holding your hand out?
Yes.
It will leave Eric's palm and tentatively fly over toward you. Why don't you make an animal handling check, Vern?
Okay. My animal handling is just a D20. 14. Terrible.
Yeah. It will it'll sense that you don't mean it any harm, and it will fly over to you and land on your palm. When it does, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's gonna like conduct electricity. I didn't think about that. All right. Constitution saving throw. Okay, that's pretty good actually.
Eric's waiting for a moment to
You have
speak.
a +5
after.
burn.
I get +5 too.
Yep, you're within 10 feet.
Oh, nice. Oh well, I needed natural 1.
Okay.
Vern's heart stops as lightning surges through.
So do you have resistance to lightning damage?
I don't unless I activate it.
Oh, okay. Is it a reaction at all? No, it's not.
No, I don't think so.
No. I was gonna say if it was a reaction, I would let you use it. Um. Yeah, he's gonna roll to hit with advantage. He's on your hand. That's
Wait,
gonna
like,
be that's gonna be a 17 to hit you, Vern.
yeah, that hits.
Okay. Not bad at all. You're gonna take 3 lightning damage.
Okay, that's fine. I just sort of I go ow. But I don't move at all or startle it. I just kind of I mean, I'm sure I've been shocked 1,000 times.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's a well-known feeling at this point. Sensation it has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
And it will realize that you can take lightning damage and not really flinch. You have an affinity for lightning damage or for lightning in general, and it will perk way up. And it will be really happy to be on your hand.
Oh, good.
Meanwhile, your other pet Flubbert is in 2 halves. Just,
our 2 pets, Flubbert.
Yeah. One pet has become 2.
Yes.
So Eric would also want to express to Lightning Bird, sorry for the deception, but we were only, we could only hear off in the distance and didn't know what was coming to us. So, but now that we see that you mean us no harm, intentionally anyway, despite your shocking attributes.
and it'll
But
be okay with that. It'll just kind of fly around, flutter around Vern's hand, and kind of look around at the rest of the party and see what's going on. And the wisp, who can speak with animals, starts to slowly pick up on the language that it's speaking. It's speaking Auran, which is like a series of chirps and screeches and plucks and things like that, avian language. And she'll say that she means us no harm. She was just trying to find her way back home, but she doesn't know where that is.
Well, you can tag along with us, Lil Burb. And I doubt your home is to the west. There's not much there but water, but if you join us, we can get you like the bird can understand me, right? I just can't understand it directly.
Correct.
Okay. But if you come with us, we can take you east to the city and even talk to a god. I'm sure he would know how to get you home.
And the bird will start flapping its wings and chirping very excitedly. And the wisp will say, yes, my home is to the east. I live over that way.
Aw.
The creature I live with lives to the east.
What creature do you live with? Can you use your little feetsies in the dirt to draw us a little picture?
She will make a performance check, and that is a natural 4.
It's just
Uh,
a
so-
bunch of lines. Oh, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so in the dirt, she will attempt. She will attempt in the dirt. She'll fly down, and she'll kind of just like she doesn't have great control over her wings, so she'll actually just use like little bolts of static to kind of burn lines into the ground. And it really does not look good. I will attempt to draw what she is drawing on the ground. So she gets into the dirt and she draws one of these. She will do kind of like that, and she'll do this,
Hmm.
and then she'll do this, and then she'll do that.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
And that's what she draws.
Yes, exactly. So you stay with a person. How does Burp reply to that?
The wisp says she's not sure what that means.
Oh. Well, no matter. I'm sure they miss you very much, whoever they are, and we will happily see you reunited if you stick with us.
She's very, very excited about that. And she is flapping her wings so excitedly, and she will perch herself on your shoulder, Vern.
Aw, Vern is a pirate now.
Yeah, a metal pirate. Steampunk.
Perfect. Perfect.
Is the image? I don't think this is the case, but I gotta ask because I've never used this yet. Is the image considered writing, or would it be like an image in the sense that I can translate writing? In
Mm, I think
don't
it would be
know.
considered more of an image because she was told to draw it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
I'm trying to make sense of it. You know? Like, I thought you made a little insect guy for a while. But
It looks
then
like a
this
giant
whole
merman.
the big whole thing, the big head thing, it now looks like a let's see.
It's like a
was
giant
trying-
bird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is the beak, I'm guessing. Like this is the beak.
Yep.
Oh,
His eyes.
I know. I have
It's
an
like
idea.
angry.
I want to see if it responds to something.
Okay.
Teth is going to pull out the orb of the Presidium and then hold it out towards the bird.
Mm. The bird will be attracted to it because it glows slightly and it has those pearlescent swirls inside. And she will kind of flutter around it. But you don't get to the idea that she knows what it is. She's just attracted to how it looks.
Yeah. Similar nature, but doesn't know what it is.
Correct.
Makes sense. Teth will put it away and say, Vern, I need you to install that into me later. We should keep moving.
My.
I need you inside of me, Vern.
And need your hands.
Does this little burb have any like compartments if it's mechanical or anything?
So it's built like almost like the oh, what's the like the fuselage of a plane? How that's
Hmm.
built, like sectioned off almost, and then out to the tail, almost like back. What are those things
Hmm.
called? That are on plane wings to help it go up and down. It seems to be very meticulously, mechanically put together. So
Okay.
you would know that it is not an animal. It is a construct for sure.
Hmm. Okay. I don't want to take it apart or anything, so. Although I'm curious how it operates.
Um,
I'll let
Eric,
it. I'll let it stay on
Eric,
my shoulder.
Eric
Alright.
would look at the drawing and say they were roommates.
Yeah, maybe it just lives with another mechanical bird.
I don't know why I gave him teeth. That was kind of it looked aggressive though, with that the line for its eye. If that was a line for its eye. Well, guys, we should probably start heading east. We don't want to stay in the forest too long if night is approaching.
Brackle, now that you're here, I'll switch back over to the map real quick. Since now this is going to come up again. We have 3 possible routes we can take to Mir.
Okay.
The first route is in blue. That is just the point on the left where all of these lines meet is where you are now, and then going to the city, obviously. Going straight through is the first option. Medium level of danger, and you know what the danger is. It's most likely more oozes that you've already fought, but many more than you fought. So you're going in knowing what you're fighting, just more of them. Option 2 is the safest route, but it'll take the longest. It's about a 5-hour trip on foot if you take the light blue line up to the water's edge and then back down south to the city. Likely much less dangerous, but way more time consuming. And then the third option is possibly the most dangerous, but you don't know. It is not for sure. It is about a 3.5, 4-hour walk on foot, going directly south and then directly east. So those are the options that we have discussed so far.
Okay.
The other thing that was brought up was the Wisp had mentioned that once it becomes night, it's not great.
And what time
Right.
is it now?
It's about 6:30, so you're coming up on dusk. So either way, you're going to be traveling in the dark. So taking that straight shot, it's about a 2.5-hour walk. So you'll have much less time, considerably less time in the dark than the other 2 routes, but
mean,
a known higher level of difficulty.
I'd probably take the direct route. Would be my suggestion.
But this is a democracy.
Yeah. Please talk it out.
I like the direct route too.
The Wisp has given her ideas. She has proposed the 3 routes. That's the help that she is going to give.
Yeah.
My suggestion is the straight route. We know it's a little more dangerous, but we'd be in danger for a less amount of time. But I'm open to what the group thinks.
I'm eager for a little civilization, so I say, yeah, let's book it. I mean, we have our party has only grown in size. We have a little Sparkbird and a Flubbert. So.
Oh, Flubbert! I haven't been able to meet Flubbert.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't take that into consideration. Flubbert is much slower than all of you. So if you want to travel with Flubbert, he travels at about 10 feet per 6 seconds.
How
Where
large
everybody
is
else
Flubbert?
Flubbert is
burn?
now 2 medium-sized creatures.
Can we take one Flubbert and
Does he
like
burn to touch?
he's acid, right?
I would not touch Flubbert. I would not touch
I
him.
didn't think so.
Is there any way to
I think
carry
so.
Flubbert or no?
I'm open to your ideas for how you would do that.
Do you have a acid-resistant bag?
I do not. I think Flubbert might have to stay in the forest.
Could you quickly craft something as a smart person?
using the wood and stone that I see here.
You have a lot of plastic?
Hey, listen, if you want this to happen, man, I can make it happen because I have what is it called? Protection from energy. I'll just cast that
That's
on
true.
something.
That's true.
Do you really want Flubbert Man?
No, we can. We already have a little bird now. We don't need like too many.
Oh.
Flubbert will understand. Maybe it's one of those things where we'll be in danger at some point in the future, surrounded by acid monsters, and Flubbert will approach us and recognize us
And
as
just save us.
his friends for 20 minutes from a long time ago, and he'll help us.
I think that'll
in-
definitely happen.
In the spirit of old time's sake,
Yes.
Flubbert will reach into his -5 intelligence brain and remember you guys.
I'm fine with leaving Flubbert. With just like but not obviously lifting the thing, but still instructing him like, stay here, keep picking those flowers. Keep picking them, Flubber, and we'll come back and get you.
And he'll just like he'll grow just like a head shaped thing out of the top of his ooze for a second and just slowly nod, and then it'll
Aw.
just go back down into his body, and it'll
Mhm.
turn into a big hand out of the side, and you'll see him just like grabbing up piles of leaves and, and flowers and sticks and just like consuming them into his body.
Such an artist, Flubbert. You're so good.
Fetch. Go fetch
A
this.
natural talent, really. Flubbert is. All right, so we're taking the direct route to Mir.
Direct route.
Yeah.
All right. So you can still hear that far off squelching, squishing sound.
Did we leave any notes or whatever for Urzak?
We have
you have not
sending
yet.
stone.
No. Would you like to?
I could send a message.
Okay.
Spell.
I was gonna say Trent still has a sending stone. I don't know if there's a once a day thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
How does that work?
Or sorry, Vern has it.
I give the sending stone to Brackle.
Let me look that up because I think that it is. I think the sending stone is the one that is not limited. That's why Des had it. Oh no, that's not the right one. Oh, that's what it is. It's so there are sending stones, and then there is a sending stone item from Acquisitions Incorporated, and I kind of merged the two as a homebrew item. I forgot that I did this. So you can, with this, you can only communicate with Des because he has the other matching stone. You must succeed on a DC 15 Arcana check to establish contact. And then once the stone is used, you can't use it for an hour.
Okay. My Arcana is
can-
not amazing.
And anybody can use it. It's not just one person. So you can always... also you can choose if you can choose the volume at which the message comes back.
Okay.
So if you want somebody else to cast it, you can all kind of just like gather around the stone and listen to what the response is.
Vern, I'm guessing you would be a little more Vern or Eric maybe better at sending this message.
Yeah, I'll cast it. What do I have to roll for it?
Yes, roll an Arcana check for me, please.
Arcana. All right. Nailed it. 24.
Oh yeah. So yes, so you kind of set the stone down on the ground, and you kind of place your hand over top of it, just like Des taught you how to do. I'll just say that he did that. You kind of swirl your hand around over the top of the stone, and it starts to glow. And as you bring your hand out, what it appears like as an illusory set of lines, almost like lined paper in front of you. What would you like your message to be to Des?
This is Brackle's choice. I just cast the spell. Right? Or do I have to write the message?
You have to write the message, but I suppose Brackle could just tell you what to say.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brackle. Take it away.
I'll
Okay,
allow that.
say.
That's fine.
All right, Vern. Just tell him we're heading due northwest towards Mir.
Not
Depending on-
northwest.
No?
East.
Wait,
East.
Southeast.
southeast.
South.
Reverse.
West, east.
Scratch that. Reverse it. We are heading
Go
southeast
west.
towards Mir.
Insanity.
If you have the time, travel during the daytime, go northeast towards the lake, and then head straight down. You'll find less danger that way. We will be waiting in the city. Please use Des with the stone to contact us and find where we are.
And as you're saying this, burn into the stone. The words are appearing on the lines in front of your face, and they're glowing just like this brilliant, shimmery silver in the sky or in the air in front of you. And once the message is complete, all of the letters just kind of dissolve into the air in the order in which they were spoken. So as it goes, it all just kind of dissolves behind it. And then you see this silvery mist from all of these words that are dusted into the air go down into it. They're just accrued into the stone, and it shines bright silver one more time, and then it dulls down, and the stone turns from this shiny silvery color to a dull gray, and you can sense that the magic from the stone is depleted for now.
Okay.
And then you wait a couple moments, and just kind of echoing in the area of the stone, you hear Ez's voice, and he'll say, "Hey, thanks for the heads up. We really appreciate it. We're still out here guarding this gate. I don't know what the two of them are talking about in there, but it's got to be real important because they have not showed up yet." We'll see you in town. And then his voice kind of echoes away, and you no longer hear him. Forgot that
Maybe
I was in
they're-
the middle of getting rid of this thing.
Maybe they're making poo-poos.
It's very possible. Who really knows? All right. Would you like to begin your journey?
Yes.
Okay. So you start walking southeast. You start journeying through the trees. The fog seems to stay at a relatively similar thickness as you are walking, but the trees begin to spread out. It's much more sparse greenery as you're walking through these foresty parts. And you'll notice as you are walking through that the trees still kind of shake a little bit, helping to guide you on your way. as if they were listening in to the path that you decided to take. They kind of took notice of what you wanted to do, and they're helping you along that path. Let's see here. People don't have.
Time to roll the encounter.
Yeah.
Oh.
3. That's Bracklebath. Could you please
Hey.
roll a percentile die for me?
Absolutely.
Roll a 69.
You got it.
I would literally shit myself if you rolled that.
Yeah, we've been calling our rolls tonight. It's been crazy.
It's not 6. It's 16. But
With a 16, you actually you continue walking without particular incident. You can tell that it's starting to feel much colder, and the wind picks up a little bit as you're walking. We'll say you've been walking for maybe 45 minutes to an hour at this point, and the wind is starting to really pick up. And I'm going to roll again. A 1. Teth Zerkov.
Yeah.
Please roll a percentile die for me.
74.
So as you are kind of so you're walking, we'll say maybe another half an hour, another 40 minutes. You're nearing the 2-hour mark of your journey. So you by the directions you were given, think that you're pretty close. And the closer you get, the trees start to kind of crowd in a little bit more. It becomes more dense. And you come upon a small, maybe not really small in relation to like a mountain. So in comparison to all of you, this would be like a huge structure, a rock formation, and in your direct path, and it seems to it's shaped kind of like, I'll draw this real quick. So you find, if you're looking, this is like if you're looking dead on, there's a rock formation, that's a square. Rock formation like this on the ground that you're looking right at, and then there's several rocks on either side that kind of make this wall, and it seems to be maybe 30 feet long. And the original rock formation, and this is like a stack of rocks. It's not just one big boulder. It's many rocks piled on top of each other. This seems to be naturally formed. It doesn't seem to be like a recent man-made structure. It just seems to be like rock fell in the forest and crumbled into a pile of other rocks. But the wall on either sides of it seemed to be very purposeful. I would like to hear your ideas as to how you'd like to get past this wall. This is, write this in.
Say 30. You said 30.
I'll cast Shatter on it.
Nope, not 25 feet. 35 feet tall, the tallest one. I didn't draw this very well. This is not, it's not an accurate drawing.
35, 25, 15, 5. Is that how it goes? Yeah, that's fine.
And then it continues both directions 15 feet. So 35 in the center, 25, 20, and then 15 feet high for, 35, 40 feet going out both directions. And this is not a flat face. It is a mound of rock.
Like it's a bunch of smaller rocks that make up the mound.
Yeah, I mean they're not like pebbles. I mean they're like boulder sized rocks.
Okay.
You guys want to just climb around it?
Yeah, let's go bouldering.
I'd head for the 15
I-
footer and no, Tough.
I had wondered if Eric did that in his pastime by Ponteg if there were cliffs.
That just sounds so boring to just climb up them. In my
Climbing's
opinion.
fun. I love climbing.
You know what? Sure, let's see how this goes.
Do we know yet why this is here though? Like, should we just throw ourselves over this wall, guys?
Do you want me to throw you, Fern?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'll wait my turn.
Burn, it's in our way.
Yes. Is there no way to walk around it?
I suppose you could try. For as far as you can see in both directions, it's dark enough now. You do not see the end of the wall.
Okay.
You
I'll
said it was naturally forming.
I'll use my grappling hook arm. That feels like the safest bet.
Yes.
And I'll
Okay.
fire it at the top of one of the 15 foots and scramble just onto the top of it.
Okay. Does your other hand touch the rock face at all while you're doing this?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I would have to.
Jeez.
I love
Oh,
questions
goodness.
like that.
That's not good. That's
I'd love to say no now,
Did you
but
do the thing that I definitely wanted you to do?
Do you
I'm gonna
touch
need
it?
you to make a Constitution saving throw, Vern.
Oh.
Actually, I lied to you. I'm so sorry. A Dexterity saving throw.
dexterity saving throw. Oh, that's so much worse.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a +1. All right. That's okay, because I'm going to roll a natural 20.
This is your
Oh.
time. A
That's pretty good.
17. So as you your hook grips into the stone very well. You feel like very almost like comforted how well it grips on. In any other case, you're like, oh, this is really sturdy. Like this is so solid. There's no doubt in my mind that I am going to be able to grip onto this and shoot up there with no problems at all. When you get to the top, you realize why that's happening. As your hand touches the surface of the stone, it starts to meld into it, and the stone, almost like you're pushing your hand down into clay or into like Play-Doh, it comes up through your fingers. And with a 17, it just barely grabs onto your hand. And you are able to get it free with a 17. But your handprint is left in the stone for a couple moments, and then it releases back into its former position. And when you're standing on it, it seems to be okay. But as your hand went on it, it started to sink into the surface of the stone.
Okay, I'll turn down and look at the guys. I'm like, guys, it's like a soft clay. It doesn't like hands. Explain it just like that.
Soft clay. Notorious for not liking hands.
Brack will just be like, all right, screw this. It'll just polymorph. He'll polymorph into a Quetzalcoatlus.
I have no idea what that is.
What's it called?
Pterodactyl, basically.
It's
Oh,
It's like a snake
cool.
with wings, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And he'll fly up.
Eric will polymorph into a same one, but like a different tint. Like if yours
Okay.
is
Right, mine will be like purpley,
Purple?
yellow. Yeah.
I'll do green.
Perfect.
I'm huge, and it doesn't say I could take somebody, but I could
If you're
probably
huge, you can.
I could probably
yeah.
pick up Teth or something.
I mean, Dez can, as a
Oh,
medium
yeah.
creature, can carry people. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'll pick up-
385 pounds. Pick me up.
I'll pick them up.
Am I picking up Wisp? I take it. I
Yeah,
think I'd
you
like
can.
to do that.
Yeah, Vern, how are you getting down the other side?
I make it fly over and then pick up Mr. Vern.
That's true. That's true.
Let's see.
Vern, you'll hear.
Well, that's and Vern is terrified 'cause it's dark, and so he just repels down the other side with his arm still gripping the top, kicking off.
Perfect. So yeah, you hit the ground, Vern, and everything is good to go. Everybody gets over unscathed. Really, I just wanted the one reaction of somebody hitting it. I wish it was lower than a 17, so it could just consume your arm. But boy, just seeing that almost happen was enough for me. So you're on the other side of this wall that you couldn't see past before, and it looks very clearly different on this side of the wall. It's much less foggy, for one. Your vision can extend far past where it could on the other side. And there are many less trees. It felt like it was getting more and more dense as it got up to this wall. And on this side, it's more like you have mounted a border. So in front of you, you see, trees scattered here and there, but it's mostly clearing, like more field like. So you can continue heading southeast to this direction, and as you are heading this direction, the bird on your shoulder, Vern, starts getting more and more excited.
Are we getting
And
close, little guy?
And it's flapping its wings, and it's acting so happy. And the wisp translates, and she'll say, in its primitive tongue, yes, we're getting so much closer. But as you're hearing this bird say that you're getting closer and closer to its home, you're also starting to smell now, unfortunately, the familiar smell of that rotting, burning flesh, that putrid smell that you were so used to smelling when you were dealing with the oozes before. And you're coming up onto a clearing with almost no trees. And that's when you all first lay eyes on what could be the most, well, not Teth, but everybody else here, maybe the most bodies you have seen in one place, stacked on top of each other.
Ugh.
There are weapons scattered around on the ground. There's blood everywhere. There are remnants of that same ooze that you would be able to pretty plainly decipher is from those same monsters, those same types of monsters. You're thinking probably 30, 25, 30 bodies strewn across this field. Some of them are on top of each other. Some of them are not whole. Some of them have hands and feet and limbs, pieces of their torsos burned away, like acid burned, eaten away. And as you're kind of coming up on this gruesome scene, you hear so faintly around the other side of a pile of 4 or 5 dead bodies. Uh,
We should have gone to the beach, guys.
I don't think I'm not smart enough to react to that.
I'm gonna. Teth has a very high perception. Does it sound like a humanoid in pain?
100%. Yes. You for sure would be very familiar with that sound.
Yeah.
I'm not
not
even going to make
scared.
you check for that.
Teth will start stomping on over and tell the group if it's dangerous, I'll stall it and then we can run. But it sounds like somebody's injured.
Yeah, as you walk around the right side of this pile of bodies, and on the other side, you see half of what seemed to be a half orc. Getting
Quarter
closer
orc.
to the. This is a quarter orc. It's decidedly a quarter orc. Um, you can now see that it's a pretty healthy mix of different species. Several elves, a couple dwarves, maybe one or two halflings, a lot of humans, a good handful of humans, and some half orcs in there as well. And this last being left alive, both of his legs have been eaten away. You cannot see, based on kind of like matching what gear he's wearing, cannot see his legs anywhere near his body. And one of his hands is missing as well. So he's just kind of trying to prop himself up and move just on his elbow, just kind of move on the ground as much as he possibly can. And he doesn't notice you at first, but as you come around the side of this pile of bodies, he notices you and tries to put his hand up to protect himself, but it's gone. His hand is gone. So he's just waving his stump up. He says, "No, no, 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 please."
Do you wish to live?
Yes.
Half his body's missing. What?
Listen, if half my body was missing, it would be a consideration if I wanted to live or not. Just throwing it out there.
True.
You can tell. I mean, he obviously has lost majority of his blood, so your field assessment is pretty certain he's not surviving this one way or another. But he keeps mumbling to himself several one phrase and then one word. It's almost like he forgets that he saw you. Once you ask him that and he replied, he'll just go back to what he was doing, trying to drag himself across this wasteland, this blood-soaked clearing of grass, and he just keeps saying, between groans, of course, she was doing it for her brother, doing it for her brother, doing it for her brother.
Can Teth reach down?
Okay.
He's going to try and see if he can get him back enough to make sense of it or potentially stop the blood loss. Magic's weird, right? Nobody knows how magic healing works. He's obviously lost his wit.
Make a medicine check.
It's a 13.
With Teth's knowledge, I would say that you could just kind of like tourniquet his body with your hand, just like grab his torso and just like stop the bleeding for a few moments. And even just like, to, as gruesome as it is, just kind of shock him back into consciousness for a second. And as you do that, as you like kind of defibrillate him for a moment, he looks up at you, and his eyes are wide with fear. It's pure panic in his face. And he repeats that same line a couple times. Doing it. She was doing it for her brother. Doing it for her brother. And then as you can see the light just fading, you can see the color almost washing out of his face, and his body just starts falling back into your arm. And as he's going, he says, "Viseria. She did it for Venom Fang." Eyes.
Okay. Venom thing.
Sorry.
100%. The whole wake him up shock thing was not what I wanted to do, but I like how that turned out. Okay, good to know.
Is there anybody else around that? You said there was like groaning. Was just this one man groaning, or was
Just
there...
the one guy. Yeah, just the one
everyone
guy.
else is dead, huh?
They are all dead. Half eaten, eaten through by acid, or I guess make an investigation check if you want to know more.
Mm-hmm.
I'll change out of a bird.
Andrew, by the way, I think you said something about like your intelligence wasn't.
Huh?
Was that
like,
because you were the Quetzalcoatlus?
Yeah.
So you keep your mental ability in polymorph.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I still change out of the bird. I'd probably, if Teth said the name, I'd want to do a history check on it, and I have advantage on history checks to recall lore about historical events, legendary people, kingdoms, past disputes, recent wars, and lost civilizations, if that makes a difference.
Okay, yeah, you can make that history check. Roll for that. While you're doing that, Vern with a 9. You clearly don't have as much battle knowledge as Teth, but just
Just
at
a
a
little
glance,
less.
Oh no, no.
just a little bit less. At a glance, you would be very familiar with the acid burns and the acid corrosion from Flubbert. You would know that that's probably what caused most of this damage. But looking across, just kind of walking among the bodies, as shocking as this is to you, because this is the first scene that you have experienced to this magnitude, it's hard to kind of take everything in, because it's such a devastating situation. But you are able to see a couple of people that probably didn't die from the acid. It looks like several deep cuts across their abdomen, and several of them have deep cuts, deep gashes across their faces and necks, as well, as if they were struck by claws of some sort.
Or
Andrew,
fangs. Venom fangs.
Brackle with a dirty 20. You know for certain, especially with your access to caster archives and things like that, there has never been, they keep very good, very close track of other threats across the country, just to make sure that nothing rises up that's more powerful than the casters, of course. There is nothing in your recollection ever in history to be any type of superpowered being named Viseria or Venom Fang in your
Okay.
continent. To your knowledge, they have never existed.
Hmm. Can I ask Little Bird? I'd be like, do you know Viseria or Venom Fang?
With the mention of the name Viseria, she becomes very excited. And
Should
the
we redraw the
wisp,
picture?
the wisp, kind of turns to you in shock, and she kind of looks pale after seeing this scene and hearing what the half orc said. She says, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure Viseria is the person that this bird lives with."
Hmm.
And that is where we'll end the session tonight.
Okay.
Oh God. Is that bird her brother? Or the brother?
Dude, I wish I did like an insight check on the bird saying it needed to go home. And to
Mm.
be like, is that a planner
It's so
situation
sweet
or
and
another one?
trustworthy, though. It's a little burb.
It's a little burb.
Well,
It is a
right,
little
but
bird.
like, it wouldn't be insight check. It would just be, is it part of these, people teleporting from other planes?
Yeah.
Situation like home is on another plane.
Right. I feel like wouldn't the burb have been more responsive to Teth showing it the orb then? Or maybe not, but...
I feel like Teth would know after that experience that the bird itself is not from another plane.
Okay.
I feel comfortable telling you that. I think that Teth would know that.
And then these venom
Or
things
from another timeline, I mean.
these are from Fifth Ghost campaign, I think.
Venom Fang is, yeah.
What?
You know, it's funny, Barlos. I literally had a thought about a week ago. It was just like, what if Venom Fang came here? He's an asshole.
I mean, I assume Viserys is his older sister, who's an absolute beast, too. So.
Mm-hmm. To fill you in, Trent, so you're on the same playing field as everybody else. Now that they know
Venom Fang.
Now that they know what it's talking about. Venom Fang was a large antagonist, an adult green dragon that we fought in another campaign.
That I
And
should have
he-
killed, but Fitzko was being a butthole.
He made very many references to his older sister, who is an ancient green dragon, being like the last line of defense if they ever like messed with his operation, and she would get involved and just come and mess him up. And the party never met the sister. They never met the ancient green dragon. But you're going to now.
Yeah. And Venom Fang was scared of his sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Venom Fang, an adult green dragon, was afraid of his sister. So
Terrifying. But I'm good at dragons, you know?
Yeah.
Not those dragons.
not chromatic dragons.
Two of you guys are
Birds'
dragons.
last words. Yeah.
I'm great with dragons.
I forgot
Although
they were.
I didn't think about this when I was writing this part, just because I didn't know if Des would be with you guys on this leg of the journey. But Des was actually in the fight with Venom Fang the first time that party fought them.
Mm-hmm.
So Des actually would be the only person that recognizes that connection immediately. And Des talked Venom Fang down, because Des speaks Draconic. So as long as you can get him back in the fray, you might be okay.
Wow.
That was cool. Sorry it was so short for you tonight, Andrew.
Oh no, that's
I always
fine.
hate
I
last
didn't know if I was
minute
gonna
things
make
that
it.
pop up. Well, we're glad that you did.
Did you guys finish fighting the whole group earlier?
Yeah.
They blew
there was one part that I thought was going to be the thing that we talked about, and it was I didn't roll well enough. It wasn't powerful enough to scatter everybody. basically the oozes all combined into a big giant mega ooze and exploded and rained acid on top of everybody. And then
That's
all of the
funny.
mini oozes that came down all exploded. And when that happened, it was supposed to be much stronger and launch everybody way out away
Oh,
from
yeah.
each other and split the party, but it didn't
Okay.
happen. They only took like 13 damage because I rolled really poorly. So they only flew like 15 feet. So they were all still within the in the vicinity. So it ended up working out. Though.
Opportunity
Yeah,
attack when
for
the
sure.
bullets explode.
Yeah, it was a reactionary explosion.
Okay, nice.
Like as they're exploding, I'll opportunity attack as they're.
Yeah. All of you just. I'm gonna take one sword swipe, please.
on the way out.
They're leaving my area of attack.
I'm glad everybody survived.
Everybody survived.
We made it.
I think Eric dropped below. Eric was
Oh.
bloodied several times, and Teth was bloodied like twice, I think.
Okay.
But it was good.
Yeah.
Brackle took like 16 damage total throughout the entire.
Yeah, you look great.
I mean, I gotta stay on the edge. I'm a support. I'm not gonna be able to take.
Brackle's the finisher. He sits back and he's like,
He sends his sword
Comes
in to.
Yeah, you did anime slice.
Just
at the
one.
news.
One.
You
poke.
did Steel Wind Strike for the final blow.
Oh, nice.
Brackle got the last hit.
Steel Wind Strike spot. Sweet.
So good. All right, guys, that was a cool campaign. Or a cool campaign.
Brad.
It's all over. That was it. You'll never get to hear the end of it. No, that was a cool session. I liked it very much. I think it was a little bit slow moving in the middle, but that could always just be me
Yeah.
feeling that way. So awesome.
"See you
Cool,
guys."
guys.
Anybody?
All right.
Cool.
Yep. See you, Brad.
Bye.
I will see you all next week.
All right. See ya.
Sounds good. See ya.